Hi guys, my name is Aaron Smith, and I am a congregant MCC of Greater St. Louis. I'm also one of its young adult leaders, as well as a member of the denomination's Young Adult Advisory Council. I have about a 23 going on 24-year history with the church. I don't remember my first time because I was a baby, but I do remember the time when I came back. I'd been gone for about, at that point, about 9 years, and the year leading up to me coming back to St. Louis after living in California was really bad. A lot of family problems between me, my mother, and my sister, to the point where felt like I was losing my mind. So finally, I reached out to my family back here, and after talking to them, it was finally decided that I should come home. I should come back to St. Louis. Well, I didn't know what home was then. Home had kind of been a distant thing for me at this point. The past 9 years hadn't been the most stable when it came to home situations. But nonetheless, I came back. I remember that I came back on a Saturday, and I didn't get a lot of sleep that night. But I was up when the woman I call my grandmother, she was one of the pastors here at MCC GSL for a long time and took care of me. She came up to me and she asked, do you feel up to going to church? And I kind of sat there for a minute. And I went, yeah. Really, I just didn't want to be home alone. But, yeah, I went. And I remember we lived quite a bit, about 20 minutes from church. And so I remember sitting in the car just kind of playing through my head, what's going to happen when I get there. 10 years have gone past almost. And so I was nervous, plus on top of just still kind of coming back into my own head. But I remember walking in to the new building that they had just gotten about a year and a half before, and I see all these new people, and I don't know who they are, they don't know who I am. It's almost feels like a whole different church. And I remember just kind of standing there in the lobby, looking around at all these people, and I hear somebody behind me coming in through the door, and they just kind of, I could tell they just kind of stopped there. And so I turn around and look what's going on, and there's my Aunt Kathy. She's been a pretty big part of my life and the church's life. Everybody at the church actually called her Mama Kathy, but since I was really small, she's always been my Aunt Kathy. And I remember she was looking at me, just staring, and after a couple of seconds, finally just goes, "Aaron, is that you?" And I just kind of sit there and go, "Yeah, Aunt Kathy, it's me." And I step up and she gives me a big hug, which was not easy for her. She had been kind of sick for a while. And she's holding on to me, and she just goes, "Aaron, you came home. You finally came home." And I remember kind of sitting there and going, "Yeah, I have." I was fine, and then the whole service, I was just kind of sitting there, looking at all these people, talking to them, recognizing some of them, finally, after a while. And I was home. I felt safe. I felt more stable than I had coming to the door. And it just felt amazing. I was finally home. Um, and it's an amazing thing because I noticed it a lot when I've gone to other things with MCC. I've done a couple conferences and stuff, and you always feel like you're with family when you're there. And that's the kind of feeling I always try to put on people when they've come in. Is that they're home and that they're safe and that, there's family here for them. The chosen family for them. And so it's always been an amazing part of my life with MCC. So, my name is Aaron Smith, and MCC is home.